In Year 3 we're going to learn how to subtract 3-digit numbers using a column method. So let's start with the context again. So if we have 225 children and 113 of them are girls, how many boys will there be in the school? So if we subtract the 113 girls from the total number of children, the 225 children, we will be left with a number of boys. We can write that in columns. 225 subtract 113. Now, to begin with, we can look at that in an expanded form. We can look at 225, and we're going to be subtracting 110 and 3, 113. Draw lines there. Now, don't be put off by the addition symbols here. That's just to show how we've partitioned the number into 220 and 5. We are subtracting, and we need to keep that in our minds when we're doing it. So we can just start with the ones again. 5 subtract 3 is 2. 20 subtract 10 is 10. And 200 subtract 100 is 100. We can add that up, and we've got 110, 112. So the answer is 112. And over here that would be the same. 5 subtract 3 is 2. 2 subtract 1 is 1. 2 subtract 1 is 1. 112. Now we're going to back that up with some apparatus. So I'm just going to get my hundreds, tens and ones grid, and then I'm going to put my 200, 220 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now remember, from Year 2 we don't want to put the other number here, 113 here, with apparatus, because that will just confuse things. We're going to put the number that we're subtracting, so it's 113. Now we can start with the ones. We've got 5 and we need to subtract 3, so we can take our 3 away, and that will leave us with 2 ones. In our tens column we've got 2 tens. We need to take away 1 10, so we can do that, and that leaves us with 110. And then we've got our 200s, and we need to subtract 100, so we take 100 away, and that leaves us with 100. And there's our answer, 112. Now that's all well and good, but what happens when the numbers that we're subtracting are larger? Let me give you an example. What if we had 225 children and 176 of them were girls? How many boys would we have? So our calculation looks like 225 subtract 176. We can expand that out. 225 and 176. Remember, we are subtracting. Now we have a problem here, because we've got 5 and we need to subtract 6, which we can't do. There isn't enough ones to subtract 6. So what we do need to do is we need to borrow from the next column, and we borrow a 10 from here, which leaves us with 10, and we put the 10 over here to make 15. Now we've got 15 ones and we can subtract 6. 15 ones take away 6 is 9. Let's put our addition symbol in there. Again, we've got a similar problem in the tens column. We've only got 1 10 and we've got to take away 7 tens. So we need to borrow 100, and we need to decompose it or exchange it, leaving that as 100, and then when we put 100 over here it becomes 110. Now we have enough tens. we've got 110 take away 70, or 11 tens take away 7 tens, and that leaves us with 40. And then in this column we've just got 100 subtract 100. We don't need to put a 0 there, and it leaves us with 40 and 9, and that makes 49. How that's going to look here in the compact version is 5 subtract 6. We can't do that, so we borrow a 10 from here. It leaves us with 1 10, and we put our 10 that we're borrowing there to make 15. 15 ones take away 6 ones is 9. And then we've got the same problem. We've only got 1 10 take away 7 tens, so we need to decompose 100. We'll leave 100 there, and we put it in this column, and gives 11 tens. We've exchanged 100 for 10 tens, making 11 tens altogether. 11 tens take away 7 tens is 4 tens, or 40. 100 subtract 100 is 0. We don't need to put the 0 there, and it leaves us with 49. I can show you that with the apparatus just to break that down a bit more. Let's clean that grid. Right, so we have 225, and this time we were taking away 176. So again, we've got 5 ones, we need to subtract 6. We're not able to do that. So what we need to do is we need to exchange one of these 10s for 10 ones. So I just need to count out 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can place 10 ones in the ones column, and then we exchange that for the 10. Now we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 ones in our ones column. Now we can take away 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that leaves us with our 9 ones. 9 ones left. Same problem in the tens column. We've got 1 10, we need to take away 7 tens. So we're going to exchange 100, and we're going to exchange it for 10 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we have 11 tens in our tens column. Now we can take away 7. So let's just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that leaves us with our 4 tens. So we can write 4 tens there, and then that leaves us with our hundreds column. We've just got 100 subtract 100, take that away, leaves us with nothing. We're not going to put the 0 there, and we're just left with 49. And that's how we teach subtraction of 3 digits using a column method in Year 3.